Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a Still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He takes it himself. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Okay, ready. New set of downs for him from the 46. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here's 2nd and 7. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Let's go now. Go. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's on the move. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. It'll be a field goal try now for Joshua Carty. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Right to the air, Burrow. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go, here we go. That.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
On 1, ready?
3rd and just 2 to go.
Here we go. Shot.
Burrow back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That throw finds Jamar Chase. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Gun. Shot. Shot.
From the 28. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
5. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. Shot.
Burrow out of the shotgun. On the move, headed right. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here we go.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Here we go. Shot.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and long.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Taken in by Likely. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Chased out to his right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Dobbins. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bengals have a great first drive and get the game's first points. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
This is reeled in by Pittman. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back now, pressure on its way. He's got the first down. Tries to power through him, and the ball is loose. And now the Bengals have it. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and the next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, Burrow to throw. Cut out left. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 2nd and 3 now.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
But looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Good set.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Rolling left, buying some time. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
Dobbins will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Burrow from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. And he's got it for the touchdown, but while they celebrate, back near the line, we've got a flag, Brock, in the neighborhood we usually see holding. Opportunity here for this defense if they can make this stop on third and goal.
11, Thomas. Back.
Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they come away with some points on that series.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Running back sent in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Bengals football.
On 1, right?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Getting out to his left. This finds likely. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Buys time, rolling right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Burrow. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Punter on now, and he gets into this one. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. No return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Browns a 1st. Back to the well again. Another big rip for him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns start to fight back with their first points of this game. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Cardi with the extra point. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And it's fielded but not returned from the end zone, so the ball's going to be placed at the 30-yard line.
On one, ready?
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Stop.
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield.
Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action. One's complete, right side. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. Finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Stop.
Throwing now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Here we go.
Here we go. At the 32-yard line.
Stop.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's got a man left. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 9-point advantage. Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Jackson now to return it. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Browns in possession. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go, set.
They kick the running back in motion. Catch is made down the right sideline. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Let's go now.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They'll try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That's a Cleveland touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30.
On one, ready?
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Set.
Burrow out of the shotgun. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Set.
From the 38. Forced out to his right. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. 5-yard gain on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Set.
Here's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that deep.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. Set.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. An 8-yard pickup on the play. They at least headed the right way, but it's 3rd and 13. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Coming off the edge, and it's blocked! They pick up the block inside the 40.
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
Running it now out of the gun. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Burrow setting to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
On second and 10, Burrow again. On the move, headed right. Likely's got it right side. Still has some space inside the 35. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down.
Let's get set. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they're going to take over possession. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out first and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Hits his tight end on the corner route. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They'll run here on first down. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Second and 3 now. They give it to him again. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Browns grab the lead on their first series of the half. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns take a 4-point lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
12, 12, 12. Gun.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Burrow from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate.
Here we go.
Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Throwing is Burrow. Finds a man right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Shot.
From the 42. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
1-1, ready? Here we go. Shot.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Carry here for Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 16. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Get set.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Shot.
Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Gun. Shot.
Burrow back to throw. The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Here we go. Shot.
Dobbins on 1st and goal. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Shot. Shot.
Going power with a big tight end. And he runs it across, touchdown. The Bengals take a 3rd quarter lead. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score, don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. The throw right side finds Pittman. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3. They're going play action. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 3rd quarter lead. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11, MT, Tate. 11,
Play action now, Burrow. On target to Dobbins. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here we go. Shot.
A give right side to Dobbins. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Got for big yards on the right side. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move.
First down, ball at the 36.
Gun. Dot.
Burrow setting up the play action. Cut out left. Jukes one defender. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And this is run down into the red zone at the 19.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 19. Flush down out to his left. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 4th quarter lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Jackson now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
It is caught left side. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Give now to the running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. Space to the left. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a fourth quarter lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Here we go. Cut.
Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Cut.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds Chase on the slant. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Cut.
Here's Burrow. Completes this one to Chase. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Gun. Cut. Cut.
From the 36. Finds his man Chase. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the
11. Cut.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
He brings it in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal.
Here we go. Cut.
Running for it with Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Cut.
Again, it's going to be Dobbins. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Bengals take a fourth quarter lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. This one is up and good. And the Bengals push their lead to 3. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Jackson now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
at their own 22-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
From midfield now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Browns down by only 3. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing with a blitz on the way. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Cleveland. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Setting up to pass. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Rolling into enemy territory. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Here we go.
Back to throw. This finds likely. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Come on, ready?
He'll look to throw it. Escapes out to the left. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
11 MT tape. Here we go. Shot.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. There's the timeout. One of the last times they could afford to take a sack, and now they're down to maybe their final snap.
Oh, you hate that. They've eaten up some good yardage on this drive, Kate, and you get down in the red zone, and this is where you really got to stay on schedule. Well, let's give some credit to this defense. They know the job they got to do. Got to knock you back and make this now red zone attempt not much more difficult.
Looking to throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. Shot.
One final shot here. And he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from Cincinnati.